Yo ho ho, Dumb Mafia! Welcome to another edition, very popular series called Fan v Fan, and I might say that this might be one of the most anticipated versions of this, just because of the personalities that we have on this stream. Number one, of course, we have Master at Work. We have Rico from the Buffalo Fanatics. This is going to be great. A matchup of the heavyweights. And then, of course, my boy Ray. He also covers the Patriots as well. We are all super excited to be bringing you a very streamlined sense of conversation. But first off, I do want to give the roundtable an opportunity to introduce themselves, and we'll go from there. Starting off with Master at Work.
Y'all know. Remember me from AFC's roundtable. Sorry we couldn't do an episode this week. Had some family problems with TD, but everything's sorted out. We'll be back next week. As far as me goes, like I said, I am the satire Patriots fan. Master at Work. You can follow me on Twitter and Instagram at Master at Work Inc. And I make NFL meme time, NFL primetime parody videos. I've been missing in action this week, obviously, because I have to pay up on some crazy bets, which that video will drop later, tomorrow on Halloween. That's pretty much it, man. Y'all know who I am, man.
And so, Ray, what about you, man?
What's going on? My name is Ray Rout. I started on YouTube at a channel called Dear Pats Nation, and it became DPN Sports Talk. I now work for a company called Sportscaster. I do a featured podcast for them. I also work on their NFL news team there, where we cover, right now we're just doing a lot of pre-games and covering any major breaking stories, but a team of 5 of us over at sportscaster.com. Still dabble with YouTube a little bit. Unfortunately, I don't have much creative control over what I get to put out via content right now and get a lot of that dictated to me, but when I'm on my podcast over on Sportscaster, it's when I get to be me, so you can check it out there. You can also follow me on Twitter at DPN_Ray.
And last but certainly not least, the man himself, Rico. What's going on?
What it do is your boy Rico back at it again, representing the Buffalo Fanatics. I only did this to get to my boy Master at Work. I've been watching this guy on screen, and it's been hella bugging the hell out of me. So I had to get up on there and do this clown shit. And we're not playing nice. I don't give a damn. We've been losing to y'all for 20 years, man.
I'm not here to play nice.
That's right, baby. Anyway, but real talk, it's Rico from Buffalo Fanatics. Y'all know who I am. Host of the Rico Report. And let's get to it, baby. Let's go.
Let's do it. Guys, we definitely have a lot to talk about today. Right before we went live, we were just talking about like how backwards this year has been, not only in football, but in life in general. So, I mean, really starting off, I really want to get an idea of like where like our expectations were from our specific team and whether or not they have met them, exceeded them, or have significantly went under the barrel. Starting off with Ray, did you expect the Pats to be in a position from where they are right now at this time during the season?
Are there language parameters on this?
No, not at all, dude.
That's such a bullshit question. You know exactly how I feel about this without even having to know me.
Yeah.
Look, this was a year of expectation roller coasters. When Brady signed with Tampa, I think Tyson will probably concur. We kind of figured this season would be mediocre, and we were prepared for, we talked about tank for Trevor, or, Justin Fields is available, all that kind of stuff. And then they signed a former MVP in Cam Newton, and it raised the expectations through the roof. And not only that, I mean, the first 3 weeks of the season was phenomenal. I remember that Seattle game. I never walked away so happy after a loss, just by the way that game ended, and thought this team can go. The day that guy tested positive for COVID, that's when everything fell off the rails, and it's they haven't been able to get it back for whatever reason or the other. So I think just disappointment is probably the way to put it all up, because even like you watch the last 2 games, I think that this team is a lot better than they're playing. Like, they're not this bad, and that's what frustrates me the most. So frustration and just setting myself up too high in the expectation level.
Got it. And so what you got, Tyson?
Yeah, I didn't think we were going to be here. I'm not going to lie to you. Listen, I was all on a tank for Trevor bandwagon before we signed Cam Newton. When we signed Cam Newton, anybody that knows me, that's followed me for years, knows that Cam Newton's my favorite quarterback of all time, besides Tom Brady, the GOAT. But once we signed Cam, I figured that our season trajectory would completely go the opposite direction and challenging for the division. I mean, not challenging, but winning the division outright, challenging for a top seed, and being a Super Bowl contender. And with the whole COVID situation that's happened, not using that as an excuse, but that has a lot to do with why I think we're in the position we are right now. I don't know what's going on with Cam, but yeah, the way the season's gone, man, I'm completely stunned, and I'm not going to sit up here and lie. This game, this game here is the biggest regular season game that I, as a Patriots fan, have ever been a part of since the dynasty first started. And I wasn't old enough to remember the pre-Brady days where I was so young. I you know what I'm saying? So I've never experienced this much heat, and honestly, I'm not used to being in this position, laying in my bed, just depressed about my football team, man. I've never been in this situation ever.
Well, and I'll be
So,
on.
yeah.
I'll add to that too. I was around in the pre-Brady days, but I was around for the Bledsoe days, and we weren't that bad back then either. We were making the playoffs, went to a Super Bowl. We had sort of an off year in 2000, and then Brady came in, and we sort of skyrocketed. So I've never seen a Patriots team play this bad because they didn't play this bad with Bledsoe. I became a fan in '96, and that's when they started competing, right? So it's I've never been there either. So it's been a long time that the Patriots have actually been like bad, and that's how they look right now. You're on mute, Dan.
Dan, you're on mute.
Well, thanks, Ray. Thanks, guys. Honestly, dude, like, I mean, I did not expect the Pats and so to be where they are right now. And especially with all these Dolphins fans sitting here at second place. Honestly, like back in the day, like, I mean, like, don't get me wrong, like the Patriots are like on like my top of the list of the teams I hate the most, but the Dolphins are slowly starting to get there. And I could thank TD for that because he just sends a bunch of trolls into my live streams all the time. But I did not expect the Pats to be sitting at 2-4 at this point. I thought it would be a bit more competitive, but now just to go on ahead. And by the way, thank you for the donation, Jeff. Damn, I got to donate 20 just for that look Rico is sporting. Thanks, Rico. Appreciate it. But yeah, so Rico, let's go ahead and transition over to the Bills real fast. Where were your expectations during the preseason? Did you sort of see us being like right at this scenario now, or have they met expectations? Have they exceeded it? What's your take there?
Well, here's my take. Before I even get into the Bills take, that's all I'm hearing from these Pats fans. Nobody's trying to feel bad for y'all, man. I have one sucker.
You should feel bad for us.
No. You had your time to talk. That was my turn. All right? You sitting in your bed. I never felt this before. Boy, shut your ass up, okay? This is the deal. It's the tables are turning. This is how it feels, right? When the Bills were rocking shit in the 90s, we didn't know you guys weren't doing fuck all. Now, y'all got a little bit of something going for 20 years. Y'all feel good. And now that you're going to go back to the basement, now you guys want to cry. The guy on the bottom screen is sitting there. Well, boy, we're not trying to hide out, okay? Your team had your chances. It's over and done with. It's now the tables are turning, tides are turning. Now, going back to the Bills. Thank you, Mr. Mitchell. Now, let me take over. We didn't have an offseason. We would have loved to have Josh Allen with all his receivers, with the running back going, with the O-line getting together. We didn't have that chance. The fact that we're sitting here at 5-2, it's refreshing because the first 4 weeks could have gone really bad, right? We played the Rams, we played the Raiders. Dolphins and Jets, we knew that we could play with them, we could handle them, we've known them. But the Rams and Raiders was a tricky one. We handled those guys, I would say, quite easily. We let
you handled the Rams quite easily?
Are you kidding me? Did you not see the score 28-3? Were you sleeping?
And what happened?
Let me take my shit off because I'm done clowning this guy on the top. Here we go. We were dominating the game 28-3. We took the foot off the pedal. So don't tell me and don't try to sit here and act like the Rams were in the game. They weren't. We had it handled. We sleep at the third quarter. Third quarter is not our thing. We know that. Bills fans know third quarter is not our thing. The Rams never really threatened us, truth be told. If you watch the game, we were in control all game long. Now, Chiefs-Titans, that's a whole different ballgame. But did I see us sitting in this position? Quite frankly, I'd say yes in this round because I felt that we could play with all those teams, especially if we went to the Chiefs. Chiefs was going to be the challenge. 5-2, I'm very comfortable with 5-2, and we're about to go to 6-2 comfortably.
Very, very interesting. Very interesting.
We take this thing off, man.
I love the energy so far. I love the energy.
Let's go.
And so honestly, Bills Mafia, right at the time, going into it, I did have a pre-record prediction, thinking that we'd be 6-1 right now. I thought that the Titans were overrated going into the season. I was wrong. We were not prepared for that game. Did not have something really well. And then we ended up losing to the Chiefs, which I sort of saw as a toss me up game, etc. But I'd say the Bills have met my expectations thus far. And then once we get past the Pats, and this week even, this is a rivalry. This is a division game, and it's going to be interesting to see what's going on. And then we have the fucking gauntlet. Then we have and so we have the Pats, the Seahawks, the Cardinals, the Chargers. So this is a must win. This is a must win for the Buffalo Bills. This is a must win. So I'm gonna have to see exactly how I feel about this team depending on how it is going to occur on Sunday. So now this is what I thought would be interesting. I kind of want to go on ahead and switch a thought process here, right? Starting off with Rico, right? Okay, Rico.
What do you got?
You are the head coach of the New England Patriots, right? What's your game plan in going to beat the Buffalo Bills?
Dude, I am blitzing the shit out of the Bills, and I'm coming up the B gap. I'm going for your guards, right? If I'm Pats, I'm going for winners all day, and I'm going to Ike Buns all day. Cody Ford out. Not that Cody Ford is anything great, because I'm not really impressed with Cody Ford's play. And it's a bit of, for Bills fans, because Pats fans might not know about this, but it's a detriment to him because they keep moving him around. Find him a home and let him sit there and develop. They keep moving him all over the place. I get it. Coach wants a player that can move from left to right, and I understand that. But when you draft a guy in the second round at right tackle, leave his ass at right tackle. But y'all keep experimenting. Injuries happen. I completely get it. Quentin Spain decided to say, I'm not trying to be a bench player. Let me get out of here. But if I'm the coach, I'm going right for your guard. So I'm that interior. I'm going to eat it alive because run blocking is not our forte right now. And we're probably near the bottom, if not dead last in rushing the ball. And right now our guard play is atrocious. So if you guys want to get to, if I'm coach, I'm going right up the middle. I'm coming for you and I'm blitzing A gap, B gap. Let's go.
Okay.
So you're taking a Vrabel approach.
Very interesting. And so, all right. What do you think is the best game plan for the Pats against the Bills on Sunday?
Well, as brutal as your run game has been, and I don't know why, because you got a pretty good group of running backs back there. You're the 29th. You're the 29th worst running team, and you're going up against the 27th worst run defense. I'm running the football on the Patriots. Number one, it's going to be a cold, rainy day on Sunday. It's a day to run the football. I'm going to run the ball. Pending on Stephon Gilmore's availability now could change the game plan a little bit too from the Buffalo Bills coach, because I kind of like the matchups with the cornerbacks to the receivers. When you look at across the board, without Gilmore, it really complicates things, and I might feel a little bit more comfortable going to the air more often. But the Patriots are they're the 11th best passing defense in the league. They've really only been burnt a couple of games. They've done fairly well outside of that, but I think out of the 6 games they played this year, it's been 130 yards in rushing in the other 4. Teams can run the football on them. So if I'm the Bills, I'm running the football like crazy on that defense. And if I'm the offense, I'm selling out for the run because Cam Newton has nobody to throw the football to. And I'm going to sell it for the run. Going to try to contain him and force him to throw to Jacoby Myers.
Okay. And so switching the buck real fast as well. So you're the head coach of the Pats. So what's the game plan against the Bills?
Very similar. I'm blitzing Allen on every play, with probably dropping a spy in because he can hurt you with his legs. So I want to make sure that he doesn't beat us with his legs. Again, if Gilmore's healthy, I'm going man-to-man coverage. I've kind of looked at the way it is. Will Allen hurt us at some points? Yeah, but I think if they do enough to slow them down, try to do a bend but don't break. If you have a again, if Gilmore's healthy enough to play, you put him on Diggs. I like Jackson on Brown. Now, Brown, the addition of Brown this week is huge because the Bills' offense is very different without John Brown than it is with John Brown.
Absolutely.
The fortunate part for the Patriots on the side is we have two cornerbacks who are two number ones. J.C. Jackson's a number one and Gilmore's a number one. So you have two number one receivers in Diggs and Brown. So we can put that kind of matchup out there. I'm not comfortable with Beasley on Jonathan Jones just because of that speed and how he can get attacked up the middle. So I'm going to try to protect the middle a little bit, but I'm going to play tight man to man and send 4 on every play, and hope that you guys don't throw to tight ends or run the ball like you haven't been, because that's the way you could kill the Patriots.
You will not have a problem with anybody at tight end because we have one tight end that can't catch a fucking cold. We caught COVID, but can't catch a damn football. And Croft is just your run-of-the-mill tight end that we paid a whole lot of money for, restructured his ass, and he's just okay. Although he came in big for us a couple games back. And then you're sitting at Lee Smith. So you're not missing much. Yeah. You might see a lot of 4 wide.
Just got for a penalty right now, actually.
Right, absolutely. What you did notice, though, is that we activated Lee Smith for this game. So that already tells me this is going to be a run-heavy game based on weather that we're going to be coming with. It's going to be a lot of wind. But this is why, and people tend to forget this. This is why we drafted a guy in the likes of Josh Allen. Because of the weather in Buffalo, where it's windy, it's this, that, and the third. You need a guy that's got a cannon that can cut through the wind. So if Dable is who I think Dable is, he's a stubborn mother. Oh yes, I forgot. We are on the show. He's a stubborn motherfucker. This guy he doesn't give in. So he will continue to air the freaking ball out. I'll tell you that right now. So, and it's going to be a game of chess because Belichick is a smart individual, man. If you think he's going to do something, he's going to do the opposite. And the game plan clearly states that it's probably going to be a run-heavy game. But I have a feeling there's going to be a good back and forth, and there's going to be a lot of air attack. So I'm looking forward to Cole Beasley eating the hell out of you guys. I hope so. That's what I'm hoping.
Yeah, because if you actually look at the last couple of games they've played against each other, even with Brady there, Allen and Brady were almost both irrelevant in that game. There were just the running backs kicking the crap out of each other in the defenses, right? I mean, that's the whole thing. See, that's why I've kind of been pitching the idea that, see, the Patriots have turned into a run-first team, and they're running the ball to set up the pass. And I'm expecting Buffalo to sell out on the pass or on the run, because that's what the Patriots do. They run the football. I'd love to see the Patriots take early shots downfield just to disrupt the Buffalo game plan, because it's nothing. They haven't done it this year. It's not something they've done, even if it's not working, because it's going to force Buffalo to not go so heavy, lean back a bit, and then that's where a guy like Damian Harris, who is a little bit, because of his late start to his career, is a little underrated as a running back, and start pounding the ball down Buffalo's throat. Listen, I'm not sitting here right now thinking this is some easy fucking game and the Patriots, this is the old Patriots versus the Bills. You know what I mean? Like, this is a game that the Patriots have to win and could very well fucking lose, and it's not, it's not the way I'm doing it, but both these teams, even when Buffalo was at the bottom of the division and shit, these were always tight games. When the Patriots were at the top of the division and like anytime you get these two teams together, really anything can happen, and it's gonna come down to whoever executes better. Like who's gonna outcoach who? It's McDermott versus Belichick, and who can out who. It's not going to be a coach out the whole game. It's going to be who makes the right call at the right time and who executes. But if the Patriots come out, Tyson, and correct me if I'm wrong, but if they come out and fucking do what they've done the last 2 weeks, this game's going to be over by the second quarter. Like, because they've just been awful.
So what do you think, Tyson?
Hey, bro, I think you froze up, man. You froze up. What did you say, Ray?
I was saying that if fucking the Patriots come out and play like they played the last 2 weeks against Denver and San Francisco, this game could be out of fucking hand before the second quarter comes around.
They're not going to play like they did the last few weeks. Listen, we're going into this game with no receivers, man. Y'all can line me up. And I'll play receiver, because Gunnar Olszewski and who else? Bird and Nikhil Harry's not playing. We got like
Jacoby
the worst
Myers
receiving core in the NFL, probably NFL history. I've never seen a worse receiving core. Injuries without the Wazoo. It's not even without the injuries.
Go back to 2017.
Really have anybody.
And useless tight ends.
Rico?
Go back to the 2017 Bills. Did you guys remember who we had at receiver? We had Kelvin Biscuit Benjamin. We had Andre Holmes. We had Zay Jones that couldn't catch shit. Dude, we didn't have shit. We weren't doing anything, right?
Speaking of Kelvin Benjamin, I do remember a few years ago when Cam Newton confronted Kelvin Benjamin in Buffalo, went up to him like a man, and Kelvin Benjamin walked away like a little bitch. Silent like a little bitch he is, because Cam Newton
So we
made
don't like
Kelvin
Kelvin
Benjamin. Kelvin
Hold on a
Benjamin
second.
wasn't shit after that.
Irrelevant. First of all,
Well,
one
I'm just
of them is on
saying,
the team.
listen,
Hold on.
let me
No,
let me say something to y'all, man, because y'all been talking a lot of stuff on here.
Talk on it.
At the end of the day, we're still your daddy. We're still the Patriots. I don't care how you slice it, what our record is. We're not used to being in this
I was waiting for you to
position.
wake up.
But at the end of the day, the Patriots are going to win this football game. I don't care what nobody says.
Yes.
Okay, we're going to run the rock. It's right down the little rock pile, little fandom, whatever you want to say. Like I said, what you say in the 90s? You were running shit. The only thing I remember is wide right. So that's all I remember.
I was waiting for that. I was waiting for you to wake up because you're sitting in your bed still crying.
No, I'm listening. Listen, Ray is the analytics guy. I'm the trash talker. At the end of the day, Buffalo fans,
shit. All you talking is poopery, man. I'm good shit. Come on, man.
If you can't beat us with the sad sack of football players we have on this football team right now with the receivers, y'all ain't never gonna beat us. This is your Super Bowl. You beat us, we're eliminated. You win this game, you win the division. No one takes Miami seriously. You win this game, you might as well get your hat and t-shirts of division championships, your first little gear that you own, that you finally won for the past 3 decades. You can finally hang up in your closet. Division champions. If you lose this game with the team that we have, with no receivers, no tight ends, with a banged up backfield, with Gilmore most likely not even playing, with a horrible run defense, if y'all can't beat us at our worst, y'all might as well just give it up, man. Y'all might as well just hand us our 12 straight division titles, Ray. If we win 12 straight division titles,
12.
Imagine being in a division and losing and giving another team 12 straight division titles, man. Like, that's y'all are sad, man. Y'all are really sad. But like I said, y'all can have all the confidence in the world y'all want. Y'all, on paper, you're better than us. But at the end of the day, just like I saw y'all against the Jets last week, y'all are paper tigers. Y'all are Tim Tebow's paper tigers, man. Mm-hmm. All this bravado that y'all want to speak. Y'all weren't looking that way last week. And we're going to beat you like a drum. And we're going to show the NFL that, listen, once we beat you, we play the Jets. That's 4-4. And our season is completely turned around. You can forget about Gilmore getting traded. And Belichick might even make a move for a receiver when we win this game. So, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you did you get it off your chest?
Yeah, I got it off my chest, man.
Hold on a second. I'm trying to look down. I couldn't quite hear you because you were so far down the damn freaking AFC East. I couldn't quite hear you. And the fact that you talking 12 years ago, we won 12. We talking about right now, my G. So the last time I checked, you hardly beat the damn freaking the Dolphins. I don't know what you're talking about. What we spent, you hardly beat the Dolphins. You let them hang around. And I'm not talking about you were dominating and they came back. You let them hang around. So don't even bring that up. So this game, you talk about how we need if we don't beat this team that's on the third. And I got to give respect to one person only, Belichick. Belichick is a genius. This boy can work with anything. His job as a defensive coach is to take away what we do best. And right now, Allen is our best offensive player. So he's going to try to do what he can. Now, Cam Newton is your quarterback. All right. I don't know what you bigging up Cam Newton for right now, because right now Cam Newton is not playing well. Now, 10 seasons. My analytics guy on the bottom. Oh, you over here? Ray Ruth. So you probably know this. 10 I think Cam's been in the season in the league 10 years now. 10 years. How many winning seasons does Cam have?
Off the top of my head, I don't know.
3.
But hold on.
I got you. 3. So you get, we don't have receivers. We don't have this. We don't have that. I quite remember when Tom Brady didn't really have a whole lot of things, but he makes it work. So your quarterback right now, I don't want to hear no damn excuses. He's got to make.
Weren't y'all the same fan base? Weren't y'all the same fan base, Rico?
As your quarterback, no excuses. You got to make it work. Your quarterback's got to make it work. So that, I don't want to hear nothing. So if we beat you, we beat you. There's not you beat us because of this. You sound salty when we win. take the L, and keep it moving.
Well, I got a question for you.
Let's get one thing correct, because I got a question for a lot of Buffalo Bills fans in these comments, and you most specifically, you Rico. Weren't y'all the fan base that tried to say Tom Brady was a system quarterback? Weren't y'all the fan base that hyped that up?
Nah, not even.
So let me get this straight, right? Looking at what
even.
Tom Brady's doing in a whole different system, which is the Brady system,
Right.
How do y'all feel about Tom Brady right now? So is it Belichick or is it Brady?
That's a real good question. Honestly, my brother and I go through this conversation all the time. Is it Belichick or is it Brady? Right now, it's looking like it's Tom Brady. I'm impartial. Truth be told, I actually enjoy Tom Brady not on the Patriots. I actually enjoy watching him. I just don't like the damn Patriots. I can't stand them, don't like them, and I hope we wax that ass this come Sunday. I'll tell you that much.
Oh my God.
Y'all lose, man. Listen, like I said, if y'all lose this game, y'all should hang your head in shame because you would have lost to the worst Patriots team in 2 decades.
Who's the best NFL? Who's the best coach? History, the best coach in history.
Well, we already know that is Belichick.
Okay,
but still, I don't want to hear no excuses.
No. You can't twist your tongue like that, man. If we beat, you have the best coach, the best. That means he knows the game inside and out. You always have a chance with Bill Belichick. Now, if Bill wasn't there and Tom Brady wasn't there, you have every argument to make. But you ain't got no leg to stand on with that bullshit. No, cut that shit out.
But you're making excuses for a loss already, man. Listen, you're supposed to beat us. I'm looking at the Vegas audits. They have you at 98% chance to win this game. Everyone's picking you to win this game.
As they should.
Y'all have no excuse this week, man.
Weather is the thing. Is the weather is going to be a factor, and we all know that. Anybody's got a given chance to win when weather plays a factor. We're gonna find out. Dan, I apologize. I just wanted to get out, my man. This is your show. Handle your business, baby.
And so, hey, listen, and so it's honest that Ray and I are the good cops, and then Rico and Tyson are the bad cops during this, which is good. It's great content. I'm loving every single thing about that. So, back to the original question, right? So, I wanted to talk about, say that I was the head coach of the Bills, what I would do against the Patriots. And Ray, definitely feel free to chime in here and think whether or not that this would be a solid game plan. But, here's the deal, right? Most of the time with the Buffalo Bills, we understand that the Patriots, they can run the damn ball, right? Like, that's how they have won the 2 games that they have won so far this year, is by dominating the line of scrimmage. So say that I was the Buffalo Bills, what I would be doing for the first time in the entire season is stacking the box and running man-to-man coverage against the receivers that you guys are putting out right on that field by itself. Because, we need to stop this run. And I think that our cornerbacks and our secondary can definitely handle the receivers and the playmakers that you have on offense.
I could handle the receivers as a cornerback on the Patriots. I don't completely like that plan for one reason. That would have been a perfect plan against the Tom Brady team with this receiving core when they're trying to run the football. You're giving Cam an edge. You know what I mean? When you're taking away the line of scrimmage, you're giving Cam Newton a run, and with linebackers tied up with offensive linemen and all that kind of thing, he'll just start burning you for 100 yards like he did against the Dolphins. You know what I mean? Because that's what the Dolphins did. They stacked the box, and Cam Newton just, as soon as he found a hole, he was gone. But everybody was so far up the field, once he got to the second level, there was nobody around to get him. I wouldn't stack the complete box. You'd have to have somebody back spine him. You need a linebacker or a strong safety back.
I agree.
The way Seattle did with Jamal Adams. Jamal Adams did a really good job of hanging back and watching Cam Newton so he couldn't take the edge. If you stack the box and go man-to-man, Cam's not even going to think about throwing the ball. He's going to wait till you come. He's going to find a hole, and he's just going to run all over you. So you got to keep somebody back to try to spy him and keep him in, or collapse the pocket as quick as possible. Because he'll just call RPOs. That's all they'll do. If they see you stacking, they'll just call RPOs the whole time. If they see it coming, he won't hand it off. He'll take it himself.
Exactly. And so, Rico, this is actually interesting. Like, one thing that I'm nervous about, like the Buffalo Bills defense and the New England Patriots offense, is that I have a feeling that they're going to pick on Tremaine Edmonds a lot right in the middle of the field, especially with his struggles.
I will say this, though. I think Ray mentioned something that that I'm very much aware of. Damian Harris. I have a feeling Belichick is tricky like that, man. He will pick one of his players. It might be Rex Burkhead's time. Or then he'll say, you know what? Damian Harris is going to be you. It's going to be the big boy game. And it's going to be a lot of run up the middle. I will say this. I think they watch enough film to know that If Milano isn't 100%, which he isn't, he's playing with a partially torn pec, strained pec, whatever you want to call it. But they're going to go at Edmonds. Edmonds has an issue with tackling, and Edmonds got a bum shoulder himself. So if I'm Belichick, I'm going to run at Edmonds. I'm going to run at Edmonds, and I'm going to do a lot of RPO. The only thing that as a defender that we have to do on the Bills is keep contained. If we don't keep contained, the Belichick and the boys are just going to milk the clock and make this an ugly game and win this thing 9-7 and try to at least. So that's why I feel that Dable is not going to play that type of game. We've got to try to strike early, and then we dictate. But if we let Belichick take over and him dictate everything, man, it's going to be a long day. Long day.
Tremaine Edwards is the defensive back that Gronkowski power drived into the turf, right? A few years ago.
That's Trey White.
Is that the guy?
No,
that's
Tre'Davious White.
Trey White.
Okay, my bad. I get all you bum defensive backs confused. All I know is that he was crying on Twitter about how Gronky hurt his back. Always complaining about. Wasn't it? And wasn't it? Was it a few years ago? Was it your coach that complained about Bill Belichick's son? What was this? Ray? He was on the sideline at pregame bitching about something.
Belichick's son was on the sideline. McDermott started screaming at him.
Oh, we were taping your workouts again. Okay.
I mean, that's what y'all do, man. I mean, if it's not the Bills complaining, it's somebody else complaining because y'all gotta have the edge. So we're gonna find out what kind of edge you're gonna have.
You know what though? To be honest with you, and this is where maybe my analytics goes out the window. Like I take zero pain when someone calls us cheaters. Like those 6 rings to me are not like they can be as tainted as they want. I enjoyed every Super Bowl. You know, I always love when people but a lot of people use that as an attack on me. They start talking about all the cheat tricks, and I'm like,
yeah,
we cheated, we won, move on. That's pretty much it. We're the spy
the only thing that
whatever little corny little line you guys want to. At the end of the day, we still won. You know what I mean? And maybe if y'all would have done the same in the 90s, maybe y'all would have more than 0 Super Bowls. You know what I mean?
The only thing I will defend to a fucking T, they were not spying on the Cincinnati Bengals of all teams that were, I think, were like 0-13 at that time. There's no chance that Belichick said, we need their signals because we're in trouble this game. That's the only one I'll fight and defend.
And so it's funny because especially with Master at work, and so he embraces the cheating. Like, I mean, he's just like, damn right, we're spying on me.
Yeah, so do I.
Kidding me? It's funny. It's funny. Like, I mean, especially
if that's the way y'all can win, then why would you not continue to do it? If that's the edge you guys got, why would you feel ashamed? Y'all winning. So
if they've cheated for 20 years, let's just say they cheated every single game for 20 years.
So be it.
They've gotten caught like 3 times. The odds are good. You know, the odds are with them that it's going to work.
You're damn right. That's facts.
Oh my God. All right. So, I mean, like, this game's on Sunday. It's at 1:00. And what I want to segue into is like the biggest concern that you have for this game from your own team's perspective. Starting off with you, Tyson, what's your biggest concern going into this game?
My biggest concern is that Cam is done. Like his shoulder is shot. I mean, I saw Cam throw some balls. Listen, I'm the biggest Cam defender that you'll ever find. But, man, even some of the throws, as bad as our receivers are, it don't even matter who he was throwing to. He was throwing at the feet of some of these receivers. Like, they weren't even close. Some of the worst throws I've ever seen, even worse than Nathan Peterman, who you guys probably remember.
Hey, Peterman!
I've never seen...
Go.
Like some of the I'm actually really worried that Cam just is done. Like, and the reason why I have so much confidence is because I just can't see him getting any worse than last week. I just can't. Like, you can't get worse than what happened last week against the San Francisco 49ers. My biggest concern is that I'm not really worried about the score or getting blown out. I'd rather get blown out than lose on something stupid like a field goal at the end of the game or a penalty. At the end of the day, it doesn't matter how you guys beat us, because at the end of the day, we lose on Sunday, our season's over with. And my biggest concern is that our season is going to come to an end this early in the season because if we were to go 2-5, we're gonna do a fire sale. Gilmore's gonna be gone, and that's pretty much it. Because we really don't got nobody else to. Nobody wants any of these bums on this team right now. Like who would you trade for anybody on this roster besides Gilmore right now? Because nobody's playing up to par right now, and might as well just kick the can down the road for next season with in a COVID-less season with actual fans in the stands. And I'm just worried that like I really didn't see the season ending so soon. That's just the only thing I'm worried about, man. I just don't. I want to win this game so bad because we've owned you for so long, and this could give us our fan base a little bit more hope that we could maybe just maybe win this division and maybe go on another magical run. And with everyone shitting on us and everyone saying that we're done and that the dynasty is over, it would be it would make me very happy to prolong that just one more week. And then we play the Jets. Then we're 4-4, and then everything changes. So, like I said, man, I'm just worried about just our mindset as a fan base because I already see it. And Ray, you could back me up, man. I already see a lot of our fan base hopping on the pirate ship with their Tampa Brady jerseys and abandoning us when we're at our low point. And then sometime down the line, when he retires, they're gonna come back like they never ever left. When Belichick finally gets this ship right. So that's what I'm worried about, man.
You know what the problem is? You got cats like Master at Work and how old are you? You're like 25, 20?
I'm like 27, man.
27. All right. So like you have fans like Master at Work that all they know is the Patriots winning, right? Because and it's not your fault. That's just the era that you were born in. So all you knew of they've been winning Super Bowls, and that's just the norm. So y'all don't know what it's like to not have it. Y'all been spoiled, right? And you're that's about to come to an end because the era is changing. Don't forget, Belichick is getting older. He's getting, what is he, almost 70, I think. So he doesn't have that.
He looks healthy to me.
Oh, trust me. I mean, Pete Carroll is up there too, and he's still going, right? So
and his son, or his two sons, or one of his sons is going to be the next head coach anyway. So
yeah, but that's not the same. It's not the same. Belichick is one of a kind. But I do have a question for y'all though. Real talk. When you see Cam and you guys are talking about how Cam is like potentially done, I like Cam. I think a lot of people genuinely like Cam, but it doesn't look the same. And you start to see a lot of what Brady was a little complaining about is like, yo, give me people so I can throw the ball to. And they're doing the same thing they did to Tom. And that's why Tom was like, yo, I'm going to try my luck somewhere else. And he's having success. So my question to you guys is like, are Patriots fans starting to ask for Stidham? Or are you guys kind of are you guys like, nah, let's stick with Cam.
There's every fucking idiot out there that's asking for Stidham. I'm sorry. Like, we've seen Stidham twice now, and he's been a piece of shit, right? Like, it's I don't understand this. There's a small portion, the Stidham season or whatever it may be. I don't understand. Look, this is a fan. You got to understand. This is a fan base who believes that everything Belichick touches turns into platinum. They took a 7th-round quarterback, Danny Etling, and there was people, video makers on YouTube coming out saying he was the next quarterback of the Patriots, and I was like, "What the?"
Remember Ryan Mallett?
Yeah, Ryan Mallett's a perfect example. He's the next GOAT, right? This is the guy. He's so much like Tom Brady. Let me tell you what I'm worried about Cam Newton. If I could be real for a second and not talk football for 1 minute, and really just bring down the vibe of the show. Sorry, guys. But my real job is in psychology, right? And it's in doing shit. And one thing that we have seen a lot of with COVID-19, especially with people who test positive, forget the physical residual effects of it. It's the mental residual effects of having a positive COVID test. And when I look at Cam Newton, he does not look like Cam Newton from weeks 1 to 3. You know what I mean? Like, everything about him is different. As a human being, I'm looking at Cam Newton, and I'm from a psychologist standpoint, I'm worried about Cam Newton's mental because you just saw every fundamental, everything that he does well just disappear. And nobody drops off a cliff like that. You know what I mean? And that's what I've been looking at Newton. And even in his press conferences, as positive he's trying to be, because that's who Cam Newton is. You know, he's always trying to, I'm good, I'm wonderful. Go watch his press conferences from before the season, weeks 1, 2, and 3, and go listen to them even before he played the Denver game. It's just a different vibe out of that guy. So away from football for a second, that's where I'm worried about Cam Newton and Tyson. That's why I don't think he's done. You know what I mean? I think that I hope that they got him talking to a sports psychologist right now. Like I've been saying that over on my show, like he needs to talk to a sports psychologist because there may not be physical. I've heard people say, is there physical effects from him? And he's saying no. And I'm saying I don't, probably not either because he never showed any symptoms. He's probably fine. I'm really worried about the mental side of Cam Newton right now because
the one thing I enjoy
Ray.
from Cam and Ray, you probably back me up, is something that Brady didn't do was take accountability.
Yeah,
we all know, everyone knows that it's not his fault that he has these bum ass receivers. But at the end of the day, you ask him a question, he's gonna always point the blame at him. You know what I'm saying? Like that's the one thing I love about him is that when you listen to him, he cares so much, he wants to win so much. He said it yesterday. He said, "Listen, in this region, losing is unacceptable." And Brady would always pawn it off to some other excuse, this and that. Even though we knew that we didn't give Brady the help that he needed last season, he always, for some reason, always made these excuses and pointing blame at everyone else besides him. And Cam Newton hasn't done that, and everyone knows that it's not 100% on him. Everyone knows that, and he's still taking all this accountability. And I'm very confident that Cam Newton is going to have a bounce back game. I really am.
And from that point,
this guy is such you're a walking contradiction, master at work. Like you don't even know what you're saying. First of all, Mr. Psychology, if you are going to help anybody, it's going to be master at work. He's the one that needs a lot of help. There is absolutely nothing. Tell me how I'm contradicting myself. There's absolutely nothing wrong with Cam Newton. Cam Newton is feeling the pressure, right? He said it himself. In this locker room, losing is unacceptable. He's feeling the pressure, and pressure busts pipes, and that's what you're seeing, right? Confidence was at an all-time high at the beginning of the season. Why? Nobody had off season, right? People are still feeling each other out. Now that there's film, now that there's actually film on the defense, film on the offense, nothing psychological. He's getting his tail whooped. Your O-line is getting their tail whooped, and you guys have no receivers. Edelman has given up on your damn freaking quarterback. That's what it is. So
Edelman wasn't even the same last season, man. He messed up his knee.
Regardless of the fact, it is this. They are feeling the pressure of winning, and sometimes that happens, right? You've been such a storage franchise, which you have been. You guys have been a fantastic franchise, and every player that goes there, they say this is a well-run organization. But the pressure is starting to mount on players. They don't like losing, and the losing is starting to mount. That's why it's a Super Bowl for y'all. This is just another game for us. We just want to.
No. You don't think that y'all are under pressure for this game?
When it comes to us playing the Patriots, it's not. This is the Super Bowl. We just don't like you that much. We just want to play and whoop your ass. That's what it is. You guys need this to hold on to the season. We just want to whoop that ass. That's it. Jerry Hughes.
You do realize. With the gauntlet of a schedule that's coming up for the Bills, because I looked at your schedule. You guys got a tough schedule. You lose this game, we are literally one game behind. And we play again, by the way, at the end of the season. You lose this game, you might as well just hand us the division title, because I promise you lose this game. It's over for y'all. Your season is over as well.
The Dolphins are ahead of you. I can't hear you because the Dolphins
we're going
talking about. You're at the bottom of the
now we're going by logistics. Oh, we're here. There was a couple seasons ago where the Bills were 3-0 and we were going into Buffalo at 1-2 and we beat the absolute living dog shit out of y'all.
Listen to me. 3-0 beginning of the season. What did I just tell you?
No, this game has everything to do with how the remainder of the season is going to pan out.
You need Q-tip because I just said beginning of the season it's crapshoot. Nobody really knows film. They have no film on anybody, right? Head coaches move, offensive coordinators move, different philosophies. Now we're going into halfway through the season. You're damn right. People got film. Come on, master our work. Be better.
Got film. You people don't got film on you. Look at how well you played the Jets last week.
Patriots fans, do better. Come on, Ray. Help
man,
the boy out.
I don't know why y'all get. This is what I don't understand. Where does all this bravado come from? You've never experienced winning. Period. You haven't won a playoff game since Jim. Was it not Doug Flutie? Jim Kelly.
I'll tell you where it comes from, sir. We're 5-2. You're 2-4.
Oh God,
That's what it is.
and that's the difference.
we're
That's
living
the
in the present.
difference between
We're
the
living in the
Patriots
present.
fan base and the Buffalo Bills fan base. You
Because y'all
brag
like to
about
live in the
being
past?
5-2. If we were 5-2 right now, we wouldn't be on here yapping our gums, this and that.
I
No,
know.
because you know why? We play for playoff wins and
No.
Super Bowl titles. Meanwhile,
Hold on a
y'all are
second.
playing for regular season glory.
Hold on a second. See, this is where you keep contradicting yourself. We don't yap our gums when we're 5. You yapping your gums at 2-4. Yo, you can.
Because you haven't beat us. You haven't beat us in 4 years.
Get your mans, Ray.
You haven't beat us in 4 years, man. Get out of here with that.
So Ray, what you got, man? What you got?
What's that? Sorry.
So what you got, Ray? Ray zoned out. So Ray, and so the bad cops were going after each other real fast. So Ray, all right. So back to the original question. What is your biggest concern going into this game?
Me?
Yeah.
Just fucking winning. Because
fucking winning, my man.
because look, this is a big yeah, you know what? This is a big game for the Patriots. It is the season. I mean, there's no way to go about it. I'm not being a fucking crybaby about it. It's the fucking facts. It's the season is this week. But I do agree with my boy a little bit because if we do pull off this win and now Buffalo's got to run the gauntlet. Yeah, we have the same schedule, but we've already gotten rid of Seattle. We've already had Seattle.
Right.
You know what I mean? We've already kind of went through. Pittsburgh and Baltimore are a bit of a wash. You know, like, we have Baltimore, you have Pittsburgh, so that game washes out. So once the gauntlet comes, suddenly this division could get a lot tighter if the Patriots win this game. And I do believe if they win this game, Belichick is going to go out and make a move. And I think you're going to see a receiver and a tight end come in, which will help the team out. Winning is the biggest concern. They have to win. It's the season, and then it's it's something again. Because then we got the Jets. We still got the Jets twice. So we know there's 2 wins in there.
I will say this though, like jokes aside, because I'm just getting at my man Master at work because I know he's sensitive like that. But jokes aside, we do need this game so we can go up 6-2. We go up 6-2, it strangles you guys at the bottom of that AFC East. And now whatever you guys decide to do to I don't know, think of next year, who knows? Because we do have a tough schedule coming up. Now, I will say this though. Diving a little deeper into who we have next, we have the Seahawks next. Seahawks have a defense that's ranked 32nd in the league. So,
but didn't they just make a move, right?
What did they do?
I thought they just picked up a defender that's gonna really help their pass rush out, which should make a difference.
Who did they pick up?
The Seahawks. Did the Seahawks just make a transaction?
Maybe
I'm wrong. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm just talking.
Yeah, Griffin went somewhere else. He didn't go to the Seahawks.
He went to the Vikings. My bad.
Yeah, no. He went to Detroit.
Damn.
He went to Detroit with your boy Patricia.
That fucking poor.
Yeah,
hey, my boy.
Yeah, man, we need this win. We need to get that win so we can stranglehold you guys. You guys got to do what you got to do. But that Seahawks defense is not as potent as people may seem. That offense can roll, but points can be scored. Look what happened between Dallas and Seattle, man. That was a high scoring game, man. Dallas ain't shit.
Sorry, they just picked up Dunlap.
Dunlap's all right. Yeah,
Bengals all-time sack leader, right? That's I knew. Yeah, so that's what I think.
Very interesting.
Yeah, all right. But like we there's an opportunity. We have an opportunity. And then we got the Niners and we got the Chargers as well. Chargers got a great defense and Justin Herbert's playing very well. So it's going to be challenging, but one game at a time. Take down the Pats, take down the Seahawks, and we are all right, man. We just got to win the division. That's all we need, man. Win the division and we straight. Hang that banner up.
And so honestly,
y'all hanging banners for division titles too.
Haven't you guys been doing for 12 years? You keep yapping, boy. I don't know why you keep yapping. You were just talking about how you've been doing it. So what? Now when I say the Bills want to hold up, you don't like it?
I don't think they hang division banners.
You don't want to share?
Oh my God. All right. And so in all honesty, my biggest concern in this game is the weather. This year so far, the rain has proved to be Josh Allen's kryptonite. Like, let's be honest. His worst games have been in unfavorable weathering conditions. And this Sunday, we are going to be experiencing 40-mile-an-hour wind gusts, which is never ideal, not unless the wind is going in our favor. And then it's going to be pouring down rain by itself. So, as much as I want to see the Buffalo Bills be able to go on ahead and try and unleash that passing game, we're going to have to resort to an unproven part of our offense, which is running the ball. Whether or not that Singletary or Zach Moss can have a breakout game, that's still up for question. So, I mean, I'm very excited to see what happens, but my biggest concern is hands down the weather. And so what do you feel about that, Rico?
Weather is going to play a very big part, man. And I like our running backs. I just don't like our guards. Our guards, our interior linemen, they frustrate me, they infuriate me, because that's how we get this run game going. That's how we can actually, give an opportunity to our running backs. And right now they're just getting pushed back and not giving our guys opportunity. I mean, Zach Moss had he made a guy, I think we were playing the Chiefs, he made a defender miss in the backfield. And you think, okay, he can get positive yardage. No, he got swallowed up because Cody Ford got whooped and pushed back. So weather is going to play a big part. This is where I feel that they're not going to let weather dictate how this game is going to go. And I'm talking about Dable. I think Dable is going to still try to air it out, try to get ahead, and then now enforce our run game on the Patriots. But that's wishful thinking. I'm hoping that's the way that it goes.
That's interesting. And so we'll definitely see what's going on. All right. And so we're slowly approaching the 1 hour mark. So I figure we might as well go on ahead and just go into final score predictions and a bold prediction. Starting off with you, Ray. And so what's your final score prediction and bold prediction?
My bold prediction is that Newton and Allen combined aren't going to put up 450 yards of passing in this game. It's going to be a heavy run game. You're not going to see a lot of passing yards. It's going to be a tight game. I'm going to go, say, 2017 for the Patriots.
Wow. Okay.
Oh, for the Patriots win.
I have to. What the fuck? I'm not going to pick Buffalo in the game the Patriots have to win. Get out of here.
You're trying to be real.
It's not a Patriots YouTuber, dog. Come on. And so what about you, Tyson? What's up?
I think it's going to be a close game too. I don't think this is going to be a blowout either way. I'd rather get blown out, to be honest with you. But I think it's going to be the weather. It's going to be running. We don't got no receivers, and we're not going to be able to score a lot of points. We're going to just have to play solid defense and just keep the game, a slow, nasty, gutted out type of game. I think it's going to be something like around 10-6 for the Patriots.
Yeah, wow. I just want to jump in for 1 second before you guys go, just to, when you talk about keeping it real, this is the time. You're the one who said Bill Belichick's the best coach in the league, right?
I agree. Yeah,
maybe ever.
Yes.
This is the time when we need Bill Belichick to be the best coach in the league, right?
For sure.
And that's where I'm putting my confidence in this game, that he's going to outcoach and you know what? There's another story that we didn't talk about, and I haven't seen a whole lot about, but there's a big connection between Cam Newton and Sean McDermott.
Nobody brought it up.
But nobody's brought it up. I
thought you guys were. I thought that was going to be your angle.
I was on with a guy from #Sports last night, another Buffalo guy. He didn't even bring it up, and I'm like, I don't know why no one's talking about this. They spent 5 years together in Carolina, right? Like that's a long time.
If you've ever watched the McDermott presser, he does a lot of talking, but doesn't give you much. So they've asked him about it, and he gives you, he coaches, right? The generic, Cam's a great player. He's, former MVP. He didn't get there for no reason, yada yada, but doesn't say anything. So he knows Cam's characteristics. They've been watching film on Cam. They've been seeing the depleted offensive line. I think you guys have like 4 or 5 guys missing.
Well, actually, got guys coming back though.
So you guys have okay? Because I knew that
it's all starting to heal up now.
Okay, got it. I knew that there was the talk that something was going to happen, but that it's a small storyline. They're not really putting too much into it, but we'll find out how much of a storyline it is at the end of the game, right? To see how that plays out.
Very interesting. And so, all right, Rico. And so, what's your final score prediction?
49 around the Buffalo area, right?
49-0. That's it. I'm playing. It's gonna be real close. It's gonna be tight. Honestly, I think it's gonna be tight. I think it's gonna be something to the nature of like 17-14, something of that nature. It's gonna be a game of within 7 points. I don't think it's gonna be anything more than that. And it's 17-14 Bills.
And so, what are you about to say, Master?
Oh, I was gonna say, Rico, you're around the Buffalo area, right?
Not at all.
You guys got good hot wings down there?
Nah, not even close. Can't you see, fam? You don't know me, kid. No, not even close.
Okay, well, I was speaking to Dan Mitchell, and I said the way we looked last week, there's no reason why I should throw out a bet. And after all the bets I just paid, I'm going to double down We're going to double down, man. I'm going to throw out a suicide wing bet. Loser has to eat 20 suicide wings on camera.
I'm
Suicide wings.
So, hey, Rico. And so
Go ahead.
me and you could do that. And so like we could like, so we'll take that bet. But as long as Ray's in there too. And because Ray's in Canada.
Oh, Ray.
Oh, Ray,
What the fuck
Ray,
did
where
you do to me, Tyson?
Ray, where you from?
Yo, I didn't want to put you in there, bro. I was going to do it by myself, man.
The Toronto area.
Oh, sure. I'm 4 hours away from you, bro.
Where are you?
I'm in Ottawa.
Oh, you're in Ottawa. So
Yeah,
you're spiking too, man.
What's that?
You're spiking too. We're all
So
spiking.
they say. So they say. They're about to shut us down soon, man.
I just got word today we're shutting down.
There you go. So it's coming our way. I'm sure of it.
Okay.
And so I will take that bet, Tyson.
Yeah, I'll be with you, Tyson. I'll roll with you on that bet.
So the loser has to do a suicide wing bet, like find the hottest wings in our city, and like we just need to like go on ahead and just clean 20 of them.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. So, yeah.
Tyson doesn't realize Caribbean folk, man. That's nothing to us. Bring it.
And so you're down to take it, Rico.
Oh yeah, let's do it, man.
All right. So me and Rico, we're in. So now we got to see if Ray and Tyson are in.
I already said I'm in. I'll go in.
I'm in.
Okay. Got it. Most definitely. So I mean, worst case scenario. All right. Perfect.
And one more thing. I'll make it even better.
Here we
If
go.
the Buffalo Bills, if you guys end our season on Sunday, or Dan or Rico, whichever one of you want to have me on your channel, I'll get in front of your entire fan base and crow, and I'll admit that the season is done. But if the Patriots win, one of you guys got to come on my channel, live stream.
And so I feel like Tyson wants Rico more than me, though. Right?
It doesn't matter to me. Honestly, it doesn't. Yeah, Rico, listen, I'll watch your content, man. I will come on your channel and I'll eat crow. I'll bow down before the Buffalo Bills Mafia. You can put my head on a stick.
Let's go.
But, like I said, if we win, you got to come on my channel, man.
I'm good with that, man. Let's do it. Let's do
Okay,
it.
okay.
All right,
Actually,
Dan,
I'll eat
then
the
you
hot
can come on
wings
my channel.
on your
We can
channel.
have a nice conversation.
Oh my God. All right. And so as far as the final score prediction for me, I'm going to have to go that it's a super fucking close game. I really think that it's going to be decided by 1 point. It's going to be 21-20, and I got the Bills pulling it off.
On a comeback?
Yes.
Okay.
It being a comeback. And so I see Josh Allen doing a fourth quarter Josh Allen things, going in and just like making that final TD drive and like winning the game, blah, blah, blah. So, I mean, and then we'll go on ahead and we'll just send some menus over to Ray and Tyson. And so
I had a Bills fan the other day trying to convince me that Josh Allen is the next Brett Favre. So I'll hope for that too. And he throws that perfect interception at the right time.
You know what though, man? Belichick does something to Allen, man.
He does.
And I'm hoping Allen can, this third year, Allen can just get past that and just really give it to him. But we're about to find out, man.
Josh Allen's a stockier version of JP Lossman.
Oh my God, this guy. Yo, hang it up, Masterwork.
All right, guys. So right before we go, I do want to give an opportunity for everyone to just let everyone know what they have going on over at their channel throughout the rest of the week. We all just ended up signing up for a shame video, I believe, on Monday. So I mean, we'll see who's going to be taking the shame on Monday. But starting off with you, Tyson. And so what do you got going on your channel?
Like I said, man, I'm going to see if I can get this NFL meme time done by tomorrow. I'll have 2 videos uploaded. My 49 or 20-minute bet thing that I had to do for 20 minutes long, and I'll upload on tomorrow at Halloween, and I'll try to get NFL meme time done around maybe Sunday morning or something. So, yeah, Matt's at work. Check out my channel. And, yeah, that's pretty much it, man.
All right. And so what about you, Ray?
Yeah, you can find me over on sportscaster.com. I'm one of the featured podcasts over there, plus live shows. I'm also on the Sportscaster news team. You can just look up Ray Route. It's under the Ray Route Network. Also have a podcast called DPN Commentary. If I had to do the bet, I'll probably have to do it on fucking Instagram because I have no control of my YouTube channel now. So we'll just leave it at that.
And so we'll just throw you on Tyson's channel.
There you go.
Perfect. Or I can just send Tyson the video. He can pop it up.
And Bills fans, and I'll double down. I'll take off my mask. That's how confident I am that we're gonna win this game.
He'll show his face. I have never even seen Tyson's face, so that's big. That's
You don't want to show it.
It's hilarious. Ray, listen. Don't I have multiple videos up of me showing my face?
He does. His face is all over. It's easy to find just for whatever reason.
Believe me, if you wanted to see what I look like, you can find what I look like.
I don't think everybody.
I wear this mask because of the COVID shit, obviously, and just for humor. And this is my persona. You know what I mean? And it pisses people off for some reason. I don't know what y'all got going. I don't know if y'all are into females or men, but y'all have this infatuation with seeing what a dude looks like, man.
Because they want to clown you. They want to see what the real clown looks like. What do you mean? You know what I mean? Take the makeup
okay.
off, bro. We want to see what the clown looks like.
And so Rico, what does Buffalo Fanatics got going on the rest of the
Yeah,
week?
man, you guys can catch us at Buffalo Fanatics on all social media platforms. You can't miss us. You can catch the Rico Report on Tuesdays, Fridays, and I do a post game after the game when the raw emotions are heavy. So Patriots fan, come join us on the Rico Report. Whether we win or lose, man, you guys have a good time, man. So I appreciate Dan Mitchell for having me, man. That guy's a solid dude, man. Great channel, Solo Dolo. He knows how I feel about it. And gentlemen, it's been great. That's why I knew I fuck with Ray, because he's Canadian. I like that. I fuck with you, Ray. Master at work. I'm gonna see you soon.
Peace out, guys. Peace out, everyone.
And so yeah, guys, it's on my channel.
Wide right, Music City Miracle. Doesn't matter. Patriots gonna beat the brakes off of you on Sunday.
Oh my God, yeah. And so on my channel, Dal Mafia, I'm going to be streaming my live reaction to the Bills and the Patriots game from the same bar that I normally go to. So definitely tune into that. I have like a few videos coming out tomorrow, so definitely check on with that. But besides that, guys, thank you for tuning in, and we will see you tomorrow. Deuces.
Peace.
Easy.